Hello, and thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here on Narcissism 101 Cracking the Code with me, Paul Wisdom. All right, guys, so before I get into it, I just want to say if you want a one on one session, you can email me at paul.wisdom_03 at hotmail.com, or you can send me a text message at 647-406-3057. If you want to call or speak over the phone, you can just text me from that number and just let me know that you want to talk about your narcissistic experience, and I'll be more than happy to help you out with your situation. All right, guys, let's get into it. So, what we are going to talk about today is the narcissist in school. Yeah, the narcissist in school. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I'm sure you guys know now that narcissists are everywhere. Narcissists are in your family. Narcissists are at school. Narcissists are in the church. Narcissists are on your sports teams. They're in the stores. Narcissists are everywhere. And this is sort of becoming an epidemic because let me explain why. Because more and more and more we are finding out that narcissism is prevalent on the planet. See, narcissism has always been around, but the thing is that it's just now that it's becoming more and more talked about. And the reason why is because more people are starting to stand up for themselves because like I said, narcissism has been going around it's been around since the dawn of mankind. It's just more people have been realizing that they've been taken advantage of all these years. And so when you've been pushed and prodded so often and for your whole life, it's almost like that kid in school when he was bullied, and everybody just thought that nobody took the bullying as bullying. They just said that it was a joke. So see how I'm talking about school right now. So, that bully, that kept pushing that kid, and then that kid, they snapped one day and they just went off and started screaming. And then the bully said, look at you. Why are you taking everything so serious? I was just joking, right? But then what you came to realize is that that's actually what is known as reactive abuse. When the narcissist is pushing your buttons because they've been watching you all your life and they've been trying to see you and they've been trying to figure out your weak points. And the narcissists love pecking at your weak points because they know that they can use those against you. So not just as in this example with the narcissistic bully in school, but there's also the narcissist at school as your teacher, right? When you're in school and let's say that you're asking your teacher a question or your teacher says, this actually happened to me, by the way, when I was in school. When I was in school, I think I was in grade 10 or something like that. I had a teacher where I would ask, so she would always say, if you have any questions, come to me. You can ask me any questions. And then I would come to her and I would ask her questions. And then her response would be, why are you asking a question like that? Go sit down. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And it was in front of everybody. All my classmates, everybody was there to see. And people started giving me stares. They started looking at me saying, what's wrong with you? And then I would be made fun of. Yeah, guys, this happens more than you think, actually. It happens a lot. It's even happening right now, as I'm creating this video and as school is in session right now. It's happening right now. I can assure you that for sure. Or how about the student at school who doesn't have any friends and they're looking for friends, and then they say to one of the people on the school grounds, asking them if they want to be friends, and then that person goes to everybody else and is administering the smear campaign about that kid and is telling flat out lies about that kid, and then before you know it, everybody in the school hates the poor kid that didn't do anything wrong. See, guys, this happens a lot, and it's happening right now. Again, as I'm creating this video, at least one kid is actually being bullied, and at least one kid is actually being alienated, and the smear campaign is going on all around the school with regards to that kid. Now, it also happens between teachers too. So teachers will also smear campaign other teachers in the school as well. They'll go tell flat out lies about the teacher who's, let's say, of a religion, let's say who's Muslim or is a Christian of some sort, whatever religion that teacher is. They'll go around in the school in the meetings when that teacher is not around and start telling flat out lies about that teacher. And before you know it, that teacher gets fired from the school because that teacher didn't do anything wrong. See, guys, narcissism is everywhere. It is everywhere. The truth is that you just didn't know that existed. You just thought that people were like-minded. You thought that there's people who are toxic, that there's people who have bad days, and so they just take out they take out everything on other people. That's what you thought. And I can tell you guys, for the longest time, that's what I thought too. I just thought that, people have challenges, nobody's perfect, and the home I was brought up in, good Christian parents, to say the least. They taught us that, treat people with respect, you know what I mean? And, there are people who aren't going to like you. That's one thing my dad told me growing up, was that not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to be your friend, even at work. Because back then I was a kid. I was still in school, right? And my dad, he was, obviously he was working. And my dad said, even at work, you'll find that there are people who will dislike you for who you are. And so, now, I came to learn now that it's not because it's not just because of, what people see, but it's just because of the fact that narcissism is prevalent. And remember who narcissists are. Narcissists are very jealous people. They're jealous of everybody. They're jealous of what people have. Narcissists don't realize what people had to do to get what they have, but narcissists think that if they don't have something that someone else has, that they should have what that person has. And when the narcissist gets that thing, they no longer want it anymore. This is the thing with narcissists that you guys have to understand, that narcissists always want what other people have. And when they get what they have from people, they no longer want it anymore. This is the thing with narcissists, guys, and this happens a lot in school. Or think about the cafeteria, for example, where you have a group of people in the cafeteria at school, and they're just minding their own business. They're just doing whatever they're doing, and then an obnoxious person just comes up to them, and then the person starts making fun of them. They start trashing their lunches. They start throwing stuff at them. Why do you think a person would do that to somebody? Why do you think that someone would do that? Well, I can tell you, number one, it could be because they want attention. They want everybody to validate them and show them, and that person wants to show people how strong they are. Or they could very well just be a narcissist, right? They could be wanting to, because remember, narcissists are bullies. They're very dangerous people when you boil it all down. The narcissists are some of the dangerous people that exist on this planet Earth right now. Now, I will say that, of course, you have psychopaths, you have sociopaths, you have Machiavellian people who have Machiavellian traits who are also very dangerous as well. But narcissists are some of the very dangerous people. Why? Because narcissists, one thing that separates narcissists from a whole lot of other people, and people with disorders like, let's say, borderline personality disorder or autism spectrum disorder. You also have what's called dismissive avoidant attachment styles, whatever those things are. These are all traits, but what I'm saying is that what makes the narcissist different is that narcissists lack the ability to empathize. What does that mean? It means that narcissists, they cannot be empathetic. They cannot. Those other ones I just mentioned, they can, but they just have a problem because they suppress their emotions. But narcissists, on the other hand, they cannot empathize with people. And that's what makes them so dangerous, is that they cannot empathize. So when they do something, when they know that they're hurting you, when they're doing reactive abuse to you, when they're bullying you, when they're doing all these things to you, a narcissist knows exactly what they're doing. They know that they're bullying you. They know that they're making fun of you. But the thing is that they lack the ability to be empathetic. They lack the ability to actually care about the fact that they are doing this to you. So I just want to mention that, like in school, I would say be very careful when you come across somebody who's highly narcissistic, right? And again, how do you know if someone's a narcissist? Well, you know it by the vibe you get from them. So for starters, let's say you meet someone for the first time, right? You're just going about your business, or you just introduce yourself, and let's say that you meet this person and then you guys introduce yourselves to each other, and then out of nowhere, you guys develop friendships, and then out of nowhere you start realizing that those friends that you guys had you just start losing these friends out of nowhere, and people start gossiping about you. Well, why do you think that is? Well, I can tell you it's because the narcissist was doing what is known as a smear campaign about you because they're jealous of you. Most likely when the narcissist, or should I say not most likely, the narcissist abuses people and they spread the smear campaign about people because narcissists are jealous of other people. They're jealous because you possess something that the narcissist does not possess. Whether that's good looks, whether he is a handsome guy, whether she is a beautiful looking girl, whether it is that you get good grades, whether it's because you're such a good person that you have such a good heart and people are just so drawn to you because you're such a good person. The narcissist is jealous of you because they do not possess these things. And they believe that because you possess these things, that they should be able to possess those things too. But they will never be able to possess these things because they are a narcissist, right? And so narcissists in school, they do this a lot. They do this a lot. How about on the playground, when you're on the playground playing with your friends and you have that narcissistic, again, bully who is going around pushing people, just random, just going around pushing people or just telling rumors, spreading rumors, false lies, also known as a smear campaign, or they're gaslighting people and on the field and saying, you know, you're the best person on the team for today, and then out of nowhere they say you actually suck, and they're going around telling other people that you suck, and then you find out from other people that this person is telling lies about you, and you confront the bully. You didn't know they were a narcissist. You confront them, and then you say, why are you going around telling people lies about me? And then they're like, oh, I didn't say any of that. I didn't say that. What are you talking about? And then they're like, no, so-and-so told me that you said, you know, that that I suck, even though the other day you told me that I'm the best person on the team, and you said that in front of everyone. And then the person's just like, nope, I didn't. I never said that. And then you're just like, what? And then now you're sitting there confused and you're trying to justify what's going on. You're trying to reason with this person who you never knew as a narcissist. But what they're doing is they're gaslighting you. They're gaslighting you because they're trying to make you doubt yourself. They're trying to make you doubt your sense of reality so that they can then control you. Because remember what I said in one of my videos, and you should watch it. It's known as chaos, confusion, and control. These are the three things narcissists thrive off of. They want to create chaos in people's lives. Then they want to cause confusion. And then they want to control people, because remember what I said in my video, if you watched it, once narcissists can cause chaos and confusion in your life, that's when they can control you. And then they can control you in that case by isolating you. They isolate you by people not wanting to be around you. And then now you become dependent on the narcissist. Now you become the one who's now the indentured servant. What is an indentured servant? It's somebody who's constantly doing things for the narcissist, and the narcissist isn't giving back anything in return. Now, I understand that, you know, most of the times you should do things out of the goodness of your heart, not expecting things in return. But I'm just saying that sometimes, just sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you find it in your heart to say, okay, this person did something really good for me. I want to give back. But the narcissist can't do that. They don't want to give anything back because they don't believe that anybody deserves anything. They believe they should get all the praise. They believe that they should get everything. They believe that people should love them first, and that they don't need to love anybody else. This is how narcissists operate, and they do this a lot in school. Let's take for example that kid that's getting good grades and things like that. Ooh, this is a good one. Let's say that there's a kid in school, let's say you're getting good grades in school, but you're getting good grades, everybody likes you, the teachers like you, you know, and you're getting, you know, A pluses, 90% and all that stuff in school, and all the students or all your friends like you and all that. And then the narcissist knows about this. Guess what the narcissist is going to do? Guess what they're going to do? What they're going to do is they're going to try and creep in and figure out, how can I get this person to give me some of their tips? All right, what I'll do is in class, I'll ask this person if they can give me the answers to all the questions for that test. And then if they say no to me, what am I going to do next? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to threaten them. I'm going to say, if you don't tell me the answers to the questions for the test, I'm gonna go gossip and tell everybody, I'm gonna go tell everybody that you like this person, or I'm gonna go tell her that you like her, or I'm gonna go tell that secret that you said that you told me not to tell everyone. I'm gonna go tell. See, this is how narcissists create chaos, confusion, and control, because now they're creating that chaos right now, and now what's gonna happen is you may even get into an argument with them, and then now that argument happens, which is not an intentional argument, now what happens is now that's chaos. It goes on to confusion, and now you're confused, and you're just like, how did all this happen? I thought that I was such a good student. And then after that, now the narcissist is going to control you. Now they know that they can control you. Now they know that they have you. And now you have no choice but to give them the answers to that. Now you have no choice but to give them the answers to that test and the exam, because if you don't, now you're scared. Now you're scared that the narcissist is gonna, go tell the teacher, and then now you might get expelled, you might get suspended, and then now the narcissist believes, now the teacher believes the narcissist, and now you're wondering, oh my gosh, now you have to go leave. Now you go tell your parents, and then now what happens is that now you're scared to go to school, or now you want to leave. Now your parents have to take you out of the school, and then before you know it, all these rumors are being spread about you. See, this is what narcissists thrive off of: chaos, confusion, and control. And this happens a lot in school. In fact, it happens more than you think. And this is how a lot of deaths, a lot of students end up dead. A lot of people that go to school end up dead. Guys, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I promise. I'm not trying to scare anyone. All I'm saying is that this is a very serious thing. And I wish a lot of people a lot more. I wish that narcissism was taught in school for this reason. And I wish narcissism was taught everywhere. I wish it was taught in school. I wish it was taught in church. I wish that it was taught in at work, as well as like a little course that people need to take for getting into jobs and things like that, so you can suss out the bad ones and keep the good ones. But unfortunately, guys, I don't know. I don't think that that's going to happen anytime soon. I think that we are going on a whirlwind in this world, and that it's just a matter of time before it is taught in school. It might be, but it's just a matter of time, guys. I'm just saying. So yeah, guys, I could go on and on, but I think that you guys get my point now. You can even drop comments below if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me here on Narcissism 101 Cracking the Code today. I hope that this video helped you out. Like I said, if you want a one-on-one session, you can email me at paul.wisdom_03@hotmail.com. Or you can send me a text message at 647-406-3057. If you want to call on the phone, just send me a text through that number, just so that I know that you want to talk about your narcissistic experience. And then once you do that, I would be more than happy to speak to you over the phone if you want. Yeah, like I said, guys, this is happening a lot all around the world, guys. And like I said, while I'm creating this video, it's happening at a school right now. It could be happening at that school down the street from my house right now. But I'm just saying, guys, that narcissism is everywhere. And I want to talk about what goes on in school so that you can caution yourself. If you know that you have your son or your daughter in school, I'd be very careful at where I send my kids to school. I would even advise probably getting them into homeschooling if you can, because there are a lot of narcissists in school. There's a lot of narcissistic kids in school. There's a lot of narcissistic teachers in the school. There's a lot of narcissistic educators in the schools. I'd be very, very careful where I send my children to school, because even the Christian school system is very flawed and very unsafe these days. But I would say really be careful, really do your due diligence in where you send your kids to school. I'd actually advise you talk to your kids after school, try to get as much information out of them as you can. If you notice any very strange behaviors in your kids when they come home, really prod them, really try to get answers from them, and then figure out if you need to homeschool them or something, because it's not going to get better. Narcissists get worse and worse and worse over time, guys, especially when they become the aging narcissists. Aging narcissists are very dangerous people too. They're in fact more dangerous than narcissists themselves, because these ones are the ones that have a life's experience in manipulating and gaslighting and destroying people's lives. All right, guys, so thank you so much again for joining me here today, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you.